English Laboratory's expert analysis of the audio tapping has arrived at the General Prosecution Office in Tirana. The experts say they cannot express with full confidence the authenticity of the recording or those whose voices can be heard on it. Starting from next year, Albanians wanting to start a family will receive an assistance bonus of 40,000 lek for the first child, 80,000 lek for the second child and 120,000 lek for the third. The municipality of Tirana has implemented another urbanization project which has seen recreational areas added to the neighbourhood of Sauk. Veliaj inaugurated the completion of the works today. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 26th of September 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Albania has now received the expert analysis conducted by the English lab on the audio tapping claimed to be of Agron Jafai. The recording purportedly implicates the Interior Minister's brother in the crime of drug trafficking. Sources for Aura News have indicated that according to the response received by the General Prosecution Office, the material sent is not in its original form and that the registration sample is incomplete. For this reason, the expert's conclusion is that the authenticity of the audio tapping is unable to be determined with 100% accuracy. Sources from the investigation say that foreign experts have found that the conversation was disrupted and there is evidence of interference with the voices. Experts have expressed a percentage relating to the level of consistency between the voice of Agron Jafai and the speaker. The expert response is still in the hands of the General Prosecution Office and has not yet arrived at the Serious Crimes Prosecution Office, as the material is still in the process of being translated from English. The audio tapping caused a shake-up in politics when it was released by the Democratic Party several months ago. Time does not wait, it is an urgent need, said Enkeled Ali Beyai. The Democratic Party's demand was not taken into account by members of the Socialist Party in the Legislative Council, running a calendar that extends by the end of November to discuss the constitutional proposal for vetting in politics. The calendar approved by Socialists for discussing the proposal for vetting in politics review provides the consultation tables with interest groups and constitutional experts. This moment from the Democrats was read as a demonstration of effort to bring the initiative to a never-ending path. This extension, the length you have envisioned as a calendar project, is nothing more than you having just started implementing your plan to incorporate this constitutional amendment into a never-ending path. The regulation clearly sets out two things that this commission can do. We must appoint the experts and relators, said Enkeled Ali Beyai. The Socialist MP, Ulsi Manya, also raised the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party by referring to the proposal made by Prime Minister Edi Rama, which was based on the Venice Commission decision, but rejected by the opposition. The opposition holds two sets of standards and they refused the Venice opinion. We do not have a present emergency which requires us to violate the Constitution, and as such, we cannot, said Ulsi Manya. It was the Democratic Party MP Awerd Bulukbashi who submitted the proposal for vetting in politics to the Council of Legislation. Amendment to protect institutions from crime intervention, said Awerd Bulukbashi. The Democrats argue that politicians should not have any protection or privilege compared to judges or prosecutors. As such, they propose amendments to the Constitution and to proceed with the adoption of the law for the full verification of wealth and relations to crime for all politicians. A sum of tomatoes has been seized after being found to have a high number of pesticides. The 4.5 tonnes of tomatoes which were being sold at Greek markets were determined to have been of Albanian and Italian origin. There was an announcement published on the portal of the Piraeus regional unit stating that tomatoes were imported from Albania and Italy. However, this is being disputed by the Albanian Ministry of Agriculture, who cast doubt on the authenticity of their origin. After laboratory tests of samples obtained from the relevant state agency of Piraeus, it was found that the tomatoes had pesticide residues at levels higher than the maximum allowed limits. Immediately, authorities have advanced in withdrawing them from the market and disposing of the dangerous fruit, while at the same time they announced that they will continue to the controls in order to maintain the quality and safety of food. Hellenic authorities suggest that the import of vegetables from neighbouring countries like Albania and Macedonia has intensified in recent years due to the low price they offer for the wholesale trade. But in opposition of Greek claims, the Ministry of Agriculture explains that throughout the year of 2018, Albania has exported 30 35,668 tonnes of tomatoes, of which just 514 tonnes have landed in Greece. In no case has there been any announcement in complaints of the safety of Albanian tomatoes in the system of the RASFF for food safety alerts. In fact, in addition to citing that the tomato product originates from Albania, the Greek ministry also notes that the seized quantity has been distributed across markets and was not seized at the border crossing point. This makes it difficult to determine if they are from Italy, Albania or any other country. Also, with regard to this small amount that the media from our neighbouring country is talking about, no official report has been made either to the Albanian authorities or to the RASFF system, the ministry explains. But the Greek press stresses that often the quality of this product leaves much to be desired. Last month, around 3 tonnes of tomatoes from Albania were seized and destroyed in the central produce market of Athens because they had become rotten and mouldy. At a time when official data shows that the number of deaths in the country has exceeded the number of births and the Albanian population is shrinking, Prime Minister Rama announced the new government policy of stimulating the birth rate. The new plan for the baby bonus is expected to launch in January 2019. As a result of successful reforms, Rama said the baby bonus would be multiplied by 40,000 lek for the first child, up to 120,000 lek for the third child. Rama said that next year there will be salary growth for some sectors such as education, army and medicine. Another relief will be the registration of newborn children directly into maternity while avoiding the civil status, which will create the opportunities for families to cash in the cheque right then and there. In celebration of the conclusion to his mission in Tirana, a festive reception was organised in honour of the Slovak ambassador Milan Ciganik. The event, organised under the care of the Slovak Honorary Council in our country, Faik Dizdari, brought together accredited ambassadors, representatives of the media and businesses, as well as members of the Albanian Assembly. Ambassador Ciganik expressed appreciation for the hospitality that he has been assured during these years, while he was convinced that Albania will move forward on the road to the European Union, thanks to the demonstrated capacity that this country has. I rushed to attend this gathering, and as such, I have not prepared a speech. However, I cannot forget to take the time to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. When I came to Albania, I found something quite different from what I had heard, said Milan Ciganik. Ciganik had this message for our country. There are many conditions for Albania that need to be fulfilled for European integration, but I am willing to invest myself in supporting your country. Your country has high potential for development. Milan Ciganik has exercised duties in the position as the chief of the diplomatic mission of Slovakia in our country since 2014. The municipality of Tirana has implemented another project. Activities for children and recreational facilities for the elderly are being added to the residential block that is bordered by Herman Gmeina Street and Selim Brahja Street in Sauk. Mayor Veliaj said that this investment is another promise to the residents and an indication that the institution he leads pays the same level of attention to all areas across the capital city. I am super happy that today we return after a year. We were here with Prime Minister Rama for a meeting and said that within a year we will fix this space. Today, Sauki Vjetar is similar to 35 other playgrounds that we have built all over Tirana. It tells all children that it does not matter where you reside, be it in Sauk, Kombinat, Block, Alias, La Praca, Kino Studio, your community will be provided the same conditions, said Veliaj. Veliaj called on the residents of this community to maintain new public investments. Now we have to protect these investments, make sure that they do not break, so that when the season of planting trees comes, we are able to focus on planting trees. It is very important that Sauki Vjetar is not only have good playgrounds, but also that our young people are inspired, so that tomorrow they become our mayors, football players, doctors and MPs who will do wonderful things for our city Tirana and our country Albania. What we have done in these years in Tirana, your generations should do even more, even better for all the kids of the future, said Veliaj. In addition to the investment in the creation of the leisure corner, this area also saw projects realised for the arrangement of rainwater canals, sidewalks, greenery and asphalting of the road. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.